We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Right, here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 180.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Go. Ready? 54. This one, 7. Watch twins. Hey, wahoo.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Here we go, 47.
54.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
65.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle.
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. 21-0 our score after 1. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Prescott on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's go, D.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go. Hey, there we go. 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Completes it to Jason Witten. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch the run. Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. Steps away to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On second down, Elliott. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
21 yards there on third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 10th carry now for Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, it's Pollard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
To throw is Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Intended that time for Cooper. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Hey, watch the slant.
2nd and 6. The 11-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out.
It's caught at the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Wentz going to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. 3rd down here. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. 81.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
No. We're going to 53.
Check 24. Check 24.
26.
Now Pollard. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott dancing to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To try again after the sack. Prescott, and the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Wentz now to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw, it's Wentz. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Hey, Haywood!
Now Wentz. Letting one go deep for the end. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Throwing. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.